Hello and welcome to Marking the Spots roundup of Matchday 1 of Group B's action in the 2017 Confederations Cup. So far we've seen Germany, Australia, Chile and Cameroon take to the field and play out their respective games. It's been quite entertaining yet again. We've seen plenty of goals and we've seen plenty of controversy as well, especially surrounding the video assistant referees. So without further ado, let's get right into the action. It all started off on Sunday evening when Cameroon took on Chile and in Moscow, and to be fair, it was a game that was filled with controversy right from the get-go. Well, not from the get-go, but it became apparent very soon that Cameroon were not going to be up to much in this game, and Chile were the stronger side. It was a case of if not, or when not if, Chile would take the lead, and that's what we saw happen. But it certainly took a lot of time. Arturo Vidal and Eduardo Vargas scored in the second half to earn the victory for them, but Vargas could have easily had a goal given in the first half in the 46th minute, 1 minute at a time. He's played through and he put it into the back of the net, took it very well. The goal was referred to the video assistant referees and they ruled it out for offside. The decision is very, very narrow, as you can see, and really it just got a lot of people upset. But back to the start of the game, Chile started off on the front foot. I mean, straight away they peppered the Cameroon goal, and it was very, very close. I mean, Fabrice Ondoa in goal for Cameroon had a fantastic game. I know he conceded 2 goals, but he could have easily, if he wasn't in net, maybe they would have conceded twice that amount, because it really was it was all Chile. It was one-way traffic. But Chile, they did well, but you have to say that the real turning point in the game came in the second half when Alexis Sanchez was brought off the bench. He has an ankle injury. He wasn't started as a result of that one. They were resting him. So he was on the bench, and as soon as he came off the bench, he kind of gave them an extra edge going forward. And it was Sanchez who proved to be the architect of both goals. I mean, the second goal alone, he should have scored himself, and it was a mistake really from him not to score that led to Vargas getting the goal. But to be fair to Cameroon, they grew into the game slowly. They didn't have too many chances though. I mean, that's just being fair. And I mean, look, Cameroon, I thought they'd be there. They'd be able to put up a better fight. I mean, they really stuck in it, and as soon as they got into the game, the problem with Cameroon was it took them so long to grow into the game that you felt they were on the back foot constantly. Defensively, they do look quite weak, and going forward, they don't seem to have that killer instinct. I know Vincent Aboubakar up front is a proven goal scorer in the Turkish league, but you just have to wonder. I don't know if they have enough in them to finish to be able to take on. They should be able to take on Australia, but Germany, I think, will put the nail in the Cameroonian coffin vis-a-vis them making it to the semi-finals of this competition. But anyway, back to the game and back to the goals. Vidal rose the highest in the 81st minute and head home. It was a lovely cross from Sanchez, and Vidal, he just leapt like a salmon and nodded it home. They left it late enough to get the goals, to be fair, so that can be I don't know how Cameroon will feel about that. Do they feel delighted that they got to the 81st minute without conceding, although there's the whole VAR in the first half, or do they just feel dejected because they lost 2-0? It's hard to say. The second goal then, Sanchez on a breakaway in added time came through on goal. He was going for goal himself, tries to go around the keeper, gets cleared off the line, ball comes out to Vargas, and Vargas does finish it. It went to VAR to see if he was offside. This time it counted, and Chile picked up 3 points. But overall, it was a pretty poor game. There were a few chances here and there, but it wasn't very exciting. And Chile were the better side, and Cameroon looked quite poor overall. And they get the 3 points as a result, and to be fair, they deserved it. Man of the match, Vidal was a leading force from the start, but Alexis Sanchez, I mean, he came off the bench and he made an impact, so Sanchez would probably be my man of the match for that one, even though he wasn't on for the whole game. But to come off the bench and to have your hand into 2 goals, that says enough really. Yesterday we saw Germany take on Australia in the second game of the group, and it was a very entertaining game. Australia scored 2 goals and Germany scored 3, however, and Germany did win 3-2. It was a very interesting game, and we've seen Yogi Low. He's made the bold decision in this competition to bring a lot of youth players. I mean, we've got no Manuel Neuer, no Ozil, no Boateng, no Hummels, no Marco Reus, no Sane, no Toni Kroos. The list is endless of the players he doesn't have. Yet yesterday we saw these young German guys, and they are very, very good. I was very impressed before we get into the match report by Julian Brandt, Joshua Kimmich, and Lars Stindl. Very impressive. And Leon Goretzka was also quite impressive in this game. One player for Germany who was not impressive was Bernard Leno, the goalkeeper. He was the first goal, you can kind of give him a pass in it, but the second goal, which is controversial because there's a possibility of a handball leading to it, but nevertheless the ball is in his hands and it slips out. You can't be doing that. You can't be spilling the ball if you're in an international competition. Anyway, into the game. Germany took the lead inside 5 minutes. Julian Brandt made a fantastic run down the right hand side, and you can see Lars Stindl, he checks his run, he steps back, he's in space, acres of space. I mean, the Australian defence should be absolutely ashamed of themselves. It was shocking. And Brandt is able to just cut it back, and Stindl hits it first time for his first international goal. It was well taken, and to be fair, it was a deserved goal. I mean, the first 5 minutes it was all Germany, and it continued. I mean, they could have had more via Sandro Ragnar. He missed a header, a very close header just past the far post, and then beats the offside trap, takes the ball down with a beautiful touch. He's in. Now it is a tight angle, but he pulls his shot, he drags it wide of the far post, and they should have been 3-0 up if he put those two chances away. He should have gotten at least one of those away. The header definitely should have been taken, so it should have been 2-0 up. And as a result of that, it gave Australia a glimmer of hope, and they got that through Celtic's Tommy Rogic, apologies for the pronunciation. He found him, Julian Draxler, the German captain, gives away possession sloppily. Ball ends up getting played to Rogic. He's got plenty of space above him. He's got a man outside him. He says he's going to take on the strike. It hits off the back of Mustafi, the German centre-back from Arsenal. Ball rebounds out to Rogic, and he smacks it home. Now, to be fair to Leno in goal, he kind of starts going to his right as soon as he sees the ball being struck. It comes off the back of Mustafi, so he has to now adjust his body and try and get back over, and he dives and it goes under his body and into the back net to make it 1-1. But less than 3 minutes later, Australia are back down 2-1. It was a very poor penalty to be given away. Luangu goes back, he's a striker, goes in with a stupid sliding tackle. I mean, it was a pure striker's tackle in the box. No question about it. Matty Ryan in goals, dives the wrong way, and Julian Draxler, German captain, makes it 2-1. And that was it at half time, 2-1 up. Germany deserved lead, and to be fair, it was just a very poor display from Australia. I mean, they could have had a goal before Rogic got his. Sainsbury got on the end of a free kick, and he's a free header, and he heads it wide, and you can see he looks straight away to the linesman to see if he's offside, but the linesman wasn't there to save him. It was just a very bad miss, and if he put that in, it could have been a different game, but who knows. Look, it's Australia. They don't have the footballing pedigree. They certainly do have some talented players, but they seem to lack a bit of composure overall. And we saw that again in the second half. I mean, 48 minutes, they're 3-1 down. Now, to be fair, it's a lovely bit of play from Kimmich. The ball is played back to him from a throw-in. He plays a lovely through ball over. Leon Goretzka makes a fantastic run, but nobody's tracking him. Australia had 3 centre-backs, none of them track him. I mean, your midfield player, I think it was Aaron Moy, he sees him, you can see him, there's another midfielder, you can see him on the replays, he sees the run, he starts to go, and then he stops. Ball's played over the top. Goretzka, absolutely, he side-foots it, and he takes it very, very well. Gave Ryan no chance in goal. And Australia did, however, get back some little bit of hope after the break. A long ball is played forward, or is it a free kick? Anyway, the ball I think it's in from a free kick. It comes in and it hits off the arm of Tommy Juric. From the hand, it goes into the ground, bounces up into the hands of Leno. Leno is diving down, it slips out of his hands, falls back to Juric, and Juric just taps it home. Went to the video referee decided that number one, he wasn't offside, and number two, they decided that it wasn't intentional handball. I've seen people argue that it was an intentional handball. It's very much how you see it yourself, it's very much a personal thing. but that was about it. I mean, Germany failed to take their chances. Germany could have been much more comfortable. I mean, near the end, Australia started putting pressure on again. They weren't going anywhere with it though, so Germany ended up quite comfortable, but they shouldn't have been in that position. I mean, Timo Werner, who came on as a substitute, he nearly had 2 goals for himself. Very exciting prospect as well, who I must add impressed me on 1 or 2 solo runs, making chances. But overall, I mean, Germany deserved to win, and they do look to be quite a good proposition. I think Germany versus Chile now is going to be possibly game of the tournament. It looks very, very exciting. So anyway, that's it. Group B matchday 1 is done and dusted. So this is how Group B looks at the moment. Chile sit on top with 1 match played. They have 1 win, of course, and they have goal difference of 2 and 3 points. Germany sit below them, 1 match played, 1 win, goal difference of +1 and 3 points yet again. Then we have Australia, 1 game played, no wins, no draws, 1 loss, -1 goal difference and 0 points. And Cameroon sit rock bottom with 1 game played, no wins, no draws, 1 loss, -2 goal difference and no points. So that's it. We're back in action again, and we'll see how we get on. It'll be very interesting to see. If you want more information on the Confederations Cup, please do be sure to visit markingthespot.com. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and of course leave your views on the Confederations Cup below. And we'll be actually doing a very special video on the video assistant referees tomorrow that'll hopefully give you some insight, and you'll be able to leave your feedback on how you find the video assistant referees. Thank you for watching, and please do be sure to visit our website below. Thanks.